Cinema Classics is produced and hosted by John DeSando. Listen to shows Thursdays at 8:01 p.m. on WCBE 90.5 FM. And listen to shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm K G Kline.
And this is Cinema Classics. 20 years.
20 years.
Whoa, I mean, can anything survive 20 years?
Well, I don't think it's a question of survival. I think it's ingrained in American film history that in 2006, with everything else going on in the world, you had to see The Devil Wears Prada.
And did you see it?
I did see it. I saw it, I think, 2 or 3 times actually.
And I enjoyed it very much.
I enjoyed it, and many people enjoyed it because it is an essential film of American film history. It is a beautiful, beautiful adaptation of a book that was actually opted for film before they even finished the book.
Right, okay.
The whole idea was this was a real person. Meryl Streep's character was a real person. Her name was Minto, who was the managing editor of Vogue magazine.
And Wintar.
Wintar, thank
Right,
you.
yeah.
And very thinly disguised.
Right.
Very thinly disguised.
Hard not to see it.
They sent spies into Vogue magazine's headquarters and photographed her office just so they'd get it right. That's how thinly disguised it was.
But you don't need Anna Wintour to have Meryl Streep snarky.
No.
I mean,
Or Meryl Streep whisper. Meryl Streep in that original,
Sotto voce.
she has said that she based her delivery on Clint Eastwood.
She is brilliant, and Devil Wears Prada 2 is what we're talking about.
We're of course talking about the sequel which has come out this week, which could easily have been called The Angel Wears Prada. This is the toned
You are so
down.
mean.
Yes, this is the toned down. The claws are sheathed for this one, because this is a legacy sequel, folks. This is, and to expand on that term, this is a term film critics know that we talk about in the film industry. A legacy sequel is when you are doing a sequel that doesn't really expand on the original story. This is not Empire Strikes Back or Aliens or Terminator 2. This is a sequel where we are warm and fuzzy about these characters. We want to see them again. So in order for there to be a conflict, we have to start the movie with them no longer in the relationships they were in at the end of the last movie, and then make the movie slowly get us back to where we were in the first one, so that we're all warm and fuzzy and comfortable again.
And one of the geniuses of this film, Prada 2, is that you have the same actors.
You have the same cast.
In the major roles.
Yes, all the same. The 4 biggies are back.
Yeah, and Anne Hathaway is
Anne
here.
Hathaway is back. As
Stanley Tucci is about
Stanley
the only
Tucci,
man.
oh my goodness, Stanley steals this movie. I could watch the movie for nothing but Stanley Tucci's performance.
He is good.
He is, I think, better in this one than he was in the first
I
one.
think you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they may have given him a little more to do in this one.
They gave him a more a complicated character.
Is he playing Wintour's or Streep's character, Priestley? Amanda Priestley, is it her name?
Priestley, yeah.
Yeah, is he playing her assistant? What is his role?
His role is, I believe, sort of a fashion editor in this, which is sort of what he was. He was sort of the right hand to Priestley in the original one, and he's of course the somewhat kind-hearted, sympathetic person who in the first film saves Anne Hathaway's butt by giving her clothing, or at least loaning her clothing from the runway closet to help her dress right and help teach her about fashion, through which we ourselves, the audience, learned about fashion as well. And this is where I'm disappointed in this film, is this film doesn't preach to us the way the first one did. The first one was great because it taught us, there's so many moments when Meryl Streep's character is teaching us about fashion. Probably none better than the moment when she talks to Anne Hathaway's character about that color that she's wearing. And Anne Hathaway just bought this at TJ Maxx or wherever, and is oblivious to the fact that this color was introduced by this French designer a couple of years ago, appeared first at this Paris fashion show, and she has this wonderful monologue. And what she's really teaching us is that us commoners, we have appropriated high fashion without understanding it.
Oh yeah.
We are buying high fashion without a clue of its legacy, and she is the legacy.
One of the first and best lines of the whole movie is when Stanley Tucci's character says, well, look what TJ Maxx dragged.
Yes, yes, in the sequel, yeah, he said, look
Yes,
at TJ Maxx
yeah,
dragged
look, yeah, yeah.
in reference, and this movie does have a lot of little snarky references to the first film. It was wonderful. I'm sitting in the theater and I'm surrounded by mostly women watching the film who are obviously all very big fans of the first one, and every time there was a little reference to something in the first film, you heard this cooing throughout the theater of everybody just embracing that moment and paying homage to the first film and making a little fun out of it.
Well, don't you think, or at least my impression was, this was less about fashion this time and more about maybe journalism and corporate takeovers and so on.
It was-
many of the difficulties that corporations are experiencing today. I thought this one was attempting to attack.
And this is a typical tactic of a legacy film. We're going to see this again with Toy Story 5 when it comes out. If the trailers are any indication, it's about the digital, the laptop is replacing the toys for the children. And it's a safe way to dislocate all the characters and have them, give them an obstacle that they have to come back together again for. But my opinion is, yes, it wasn't as educational about fashion as the first one was, and I fault it for that, but it's still got $100,000 worth of Coco Chanel and Louis Vuitton and Tiffany, and everybody's wearing it well.
And as prominent as Dior is in this one,
Mm-hmm.
and that's our Emily Blunt character.
That's our Emily Blunt character.
Yeah, and-
That's quite a tone down, though, from her very edgy look in the first film.
Well, and Dior plays a big part because we realize now how important the advertisers are.
Oh,
For
yes.
instance, for Vogue.
Oh, yes.
I think their edition years ago was like several hundred pages.
It would be. There were times when 90% of a Vogue magazine was advertisement. But it was also often the only place you saw advertisements for Dion or Christian Dior or Coco Chanel.
Right.
Because
right.
you're not going to see them during the Saturday Night Football.
Right. Yeah, there's a very limited place for them. So I think that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons that people might be disappointed this time, because there's less the emphasis on fashion.
There's less emphasis, yes, on the fashion element of the story.
Yes, and more about corporations.
More about the struggle of staying afloat in a digital era, the failure of the printed medium, journalism. So to that, and that is where I fault the film, is that in addition to really pulling its punches, because in a legacy sequel, you don't want to scar any of the characters. We're all there because we love these characters, and we're not there to see something bad happen to them. So they really do scale it back in these sequels. But at the same time, I really enjoyed seeing the fashion, everybody wearing these clothes. It was just wonderful. That's one of the reasons you go to this movie, is just to see Anne Hathaway and Emily Blunt wearing $20,000 dresses. and Lady Gaga. No, we spoiled it. No, there we go.
Yeah,
Lady Gaga.
I think people know that pretty much. And that's a wonderful piece that they do for her. I really enjoyed that. And as you were describing, one of the small segments that I enjoyed was Stanley Tucci in that closet, picking out the clothes.
Yes.
And he was doing it so rapid fire I couldn't even keep up.
With his ring the size of a football and the signature glasses that Stanley Tucci brought to the set himself in Devil Wears Prada. Most of Stanley Tucci's character was created by himself. He invented that character, whereas the other performers in the film were basically told, this is the character we want. Stanley Tucci was given free rein, and he didn't even sign on until 2 days before shooting started.
Oh yeah, and who would he be without those round glasses?
Those glasses that make that character. Another example, some actors are able to ad-lib great lines. Harrison Ford, famous for the "I'm making this up as I go along" in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well, let's also pay credit to the actors who create with their props, who bring the right set of glasses with them to the set and never take them off.
I noted that in the cast of characters, for instance, at IMDb, Meryl Streep is listed ahead of everybody else, and then other characters.
Yes.
So I've rarely
She still
seen
gets
that.
top billing.
Boy, but when I watch her, I am enthralled by such a good actress.
She is wonderful in this, but she is not allowed to bear her claws in this one.
Well, no, right, and I thought that was partly the point. She's been defanged by the corporate structure.
Yeah.
By takeovers, by just, we open up with Anne Hathaway's character having lost her job
Yep.
with her buddies. I mean, what a way to start the film. It's really almost down, except that she's back at Runway magazine.
Well, we ended the first film with her having gotten the job.
Yes,
If
yes.
you recall, the last scene in Devils was when
Wonderful.
she goes off to her journalism job, and Meryl Streep gets in her limo, and she has this little smile on her face because she knew that she has set something into motion. And then what does it happen? We open with her losing the job.
Yes.
We see Emily Blunt coming back just as snarky as ever, not quite as viciously dressed. But to me, Meryl Streep's character was a little bit of a disappointment because I so enjoyed her banter, her edge. And here she's vulnerable. She's a vulnerable character.
And you are absolutely right, but I liked that because I thought it was true to what the evolution might have been.
And it's, well, and they are, this is art imitating life because, what's the original person's name? Mentor?
Anna Wintour.
Anna Wintour. She has gone on to be the content director for Condé Nast. So the job that is being dangled in front of Meryl Streep's character is exactly the fictional version of the job that the real person now has.
And as I say, Streep is so good, and I'm with you. I'm waiting for her bite. It's not quite what it was, but I'm buying it.
Yeah.
You know that she has to be aware that if she's even going to have a job, she has to kowtow to people like Dior.
And Streep walks into this role again effortlessly.
She is.
And she struggled with the first one though. She actually lost 17 pounds during the filming of the first one, and it was the one and only time that she decided to try method acting in a film. She remained in character offset.
Good.
So throughout the filming, when they were when they were offset, she was still in Priestley's character. So people would approach her, and all of the performers have commented that they never really found their character until they had their first interaction with Streep in character, and they realized, oh, this is what I'm up against.
All right, K G Kline, if people want to hear more about what you have to say, and I know you have more to say, they're going to have to go to our website, to WCBE.org, and to the podcast experience. And in this case, since we are cinema classes, it's going to be double take. But meanwhile, what do you suggest for Devil
Wears Prada
Devil Wears
2.
Prada 2?
If you're a fan of Devil Wears Prada 1, you're not going to need my poking to go see this.
All right.
It is well worth seeing. Just don't expect it to be as educational and as snarky as the first one.
No, but you will see a very dashing film, and it moves fast, and it's so colorful.
And you still got $100,000 worth of borrowed high culture clothing, and you get Lady Gaga this time.
Anne Hathaway is leading another film coming up soon.
Oh, what's her other one?
I don't know, I've forgotten what.